Hi to my Zan squad. I know it's been maybe a month or so now since I've seen you guys, or you guys seen me, or since you guys have seen me. I've had to do some traveling, and a lot of things have gone down. My mother had contracted COVID, and that was really, really hard on the brain. That was hard on the money. That was hard on everything. That was really difficult. I'd never seen her that sick in my life. And so I had to get her at the time. She contracted it in a nursing home. They didn't tell me. I went there to give her Christmas gifts, and they were like, "You can't see her." I was like, "What do you mean I can't see my own mother?" Because usually they let you see them, through the window, and that's how we were seeing each other. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And they was like, they didn't. They left, and then they didn't come back for like 20, 30 minutes. And I'm like, something's going on. I hope she's okay. It's like, well, she got COVID. And I'm like, where's my mother? I want to see my mother right now. Like, you can't see her. It's like the city of Houston said they can't nobody. I said, what are you talking about? They said, I said, I used to see her through a window. They was like, well, you can't see her through the window. It was just the craziest thing, you guys. It was so absurd. It's telling me I can't see my mother through a window. I'm thinking at this point, she's gone. And they just didn't want to tell me. So I'm like, okay, what do I do? It's like, well, she's back here, but you can't go back here. I went back there so quick. And they's like, that's the COVID unit. That's the COVID unit. I had on a mask, and I still didn't see her. So this lady come out. She's like, I'll take you to see your mother. So she took me on the outside of the nursing home, and I saw my mother. At first, we didn't see it. We was going to room to room, and I was like, these people have done something, and they don't want to tell me what they have done. And going from room to room, room to room, and I finally see her, and I just burst in tears, and she was okay. Well, she was standing up, and she was walking. I said, look, just discharge my mother right now. Just, I'll take her home. I'll care for her. I'll get her back to good health, and then, we'll readmit her or whatever. I just didn't want my mother to pass away in a nursing home of COVID. I already felt bad that she had to be in there, and just during this pandemic when we're hearing so much about these elderly people dying in these nursing homes, but I didn't have a choice because I don't have anyone to help me care for her. And me helping her, it damn near destroys and kills me. It's really, really hard, you guys. And then I can't go and make money. Don't have nobody help to watch her. It's just really complicated. So anyway, I brought her back home, and I had to, by the grace of God, nurture her back to good health. It took a lot of homemade soup, uh, collagen, and the chicken broth. Guys, that's a healer. It's a healer for flus and viruses. I saw it late one night on the infomercial when I first got sick when COVID first happened, and my daughter got really sick. She had all those symptoms, the COVID symptoms, that we didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a bad pneumonia or flu. And I ended up getting sick caring for her, and I saw that on a commercial late one night about the collagen. And so I was like, okay, let me make me some um, chicken soup, and then I would put like organic spinach leaves in it, carrots, onions, and when I tell you I got back better so quick. And so this is the same thing I did with my mom. I did it for like 4 weeks straight chicken soup. That's it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then I would feed her a lot of blueberries, blackberries, strawberries, watermelon, things to boost her immune system. The doctor, her personal doctor, he would give me, I called him, I said, look, I need a Z-Pack. The Z-Pack, and then he started giving me some steroids for her. And with that Z-Pack, and then I went and got her some vitamin D and some zinc, and just start feeding her body that. Can I tell you that lady came out of that? Oh my God, and with prayer. Oh my God, I never seen her so sick. I never heard her so sick in my life. In her lungs, she couldn't hardly breathe. She's like, oh my God, I feel it. I'm like, God, am I about to lose her? It was bad. I took her to the emergency room when I left the nursing home, and the doctors did x-rays, and they said, we see it in her lungs, but it's not that bad. They told me that. I was like, wow. And she has all these pre-existing conditions. My mother has, she's a diabetic. She has congestive heart failure. She has Alzheimer's. She has like um, high blood pressure. She has like all these different pre-existing conditions. And so he said that, I was like, God, thank you so much. He said, you could nurse her back to health. He said, if she wasn't this bad off, we would keep her. Now, when I first went to the emergency room, they were telling me, oh, well, you can't come back here. So all I'm thinking about is all the stories I'm hearing from everybody on YouTube. Well, once they get them in the hospitals, you don't know what they're going to do to them, and they might kill them, and they're just another COVID case, because the hospitals, every COVID case they have, they get a lot of money. So I'm like, oh no, I'm not leaving her. I said, I'm not leaving her. I'm aware that she has COVID. I said, I'm just here to do a follow-up, because she's in a nursing home, so I had to play it off like that. And I was like, I'm not leaving her. So once we got that understood and established, they went on and they did their procedure. And yeah, they released her back to me. And that's what I began to do to heal my mother and to bring her back. And she's doing so much better now. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing what good nutrition and prayer will do to your body. So I continue to call her primary care physician. I get the Z-Packs, because that's what they gave her in the hospital. They gave her a Z-Pack. So I was like, whatever the Z-Pack is, it was strong. It really helped her and built her immune system up. So now I keep the Z-Packs and the Presnidone. That's the steroid. And continue to take the vitamins and whatnot. So you guys, I'd like to discuss also, not only that, we're facing some crazy times in the world that we're living in. It's just so weird. Everything is just, it happened all of a sudden, all this pandemic. And then like the prices of food is going up. There's a food scarce. And then here in New York, it's just so awful. I don't know how we're going to survive. It's because the city has lost so much money. They're now taxing the hell out of the citizens. When I tell you, I went to get an orange the other day. One orange was like $2 or $3. I was like, I used to buy a bag of these in Texas for that amount. It is crazy. Also, we experienced a bad snowstorm here in the city a week ago, and the whole city shut down, y'all. I never seen nothing like it here in New York. I'm used to that in Houston, but here in the city, it was awful. Everything was shut down. The banks were closed. If you didn't have no money, you couldn't get any money. The day before the shutdown, they were telling everybody, it's gonna be bad. Don't go out. They didn't say that the city was gonna shut down. They just said that it's gonna be bad. Don't go out. I went to the grocery store. The line at the grocery store was like a 2-hour long line. I had never seen that like that. Well, I seen it in Houston, when we had hurricanes and the lights go out. But in the city, and I was like, wow, if these people don't have food, what they gonna do? And this is why we prep. Now we're seeing FEMA coming in to administer giving these vaccinations, especially in the underprivileged communities. I didn't hear about FEMA until they started talking about the underprivileged communities. So I'm like, oh my God, what's really going on out here? It's like, and then the weather. The weather is like something I've never seen. I've never seen this here in New York and in Houston. They're telling me how cold it is, and you heard about the pileup in Fort Worth. It is getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And the weather is not only affecting the crops, but it's affecting people getting vaccinated. It's affecting everything all around, and the prices are steadily going up, and people are without jobs. This is something unprecedented that nobody's ever seen or witnessed this lifetime. So, you guys, this is why we prep. This is why we pray. This is why we stay prepared. I was so happy to know that with no long lines here in the city, I was like, thank God that I have at least a 2-year supply of food, at least. And I'm not talking about the best food, y'all. I'm talking about basically beans and rice and canned goods that I have been saving for years and putting away. And I said, if I didn't have anything else, I'm grateful for that food and just a little cash card. If I didn't have a place to stay, I would sleep in my car, and I would have food in that car, and I have a way to warm up that food. I have like a little portable barbecue pit. I have like the little butane gas stoves, the little portable gas stoves. It's just, we have to find ways on how to survive, you guys, and we have to think out the box. If it get that bad, if we lose our home, not just from not being able to pay for it, a lot of people are losing their homes in fires or in floods. A lot of people lose their homes other ways, and instead of not just being able to pay for it. What do we do? How do we survive? So you guys, I always tell you, if you can, get you some land. You can get land sometimes for $250 down. I was fortunate enough to start looking into places that you could put land down, put as, as least as $500 down on land. You can do this. Even if you have to go get an RB, get you some unrestricted land though, because some of this land, they have HOAs and you can't do whatever you want to do. A lot of land you can't do whatever you want to do, but I prefer unrestricted land because at least you can have your RV set up. You can plant you some vegetables, get you some chickens and goats and stuff like that. Because you guys gonna be surprised when you start looking into the land how they gonna tell you what you can and you can't do. And I'm tired of government trying to tell me what I can and can't do. And I think it's really bad that they stopped a lot of these people's jobs and employment and not giving them nothing. They're telling people who have businesses, oh, you can't work your business is not essential. Who says it's not essential for you to be able to take care of your family? I understand trying to get wraps under pandemic is very important, but not everybody have money like that. So you're going to shut down every single thing everywhere, and then people can't take care of themselves and have to wait on a $600 stimulus check. This is crazy, you guys. This is absolutely crazy. Do what you got to do to survive. If you got to go out there on the street and beg for money, if you got to go, whatever you got to do to survive, you better do it. And you can always go to zanharrow.com. We have land for sale. Some of it, a lot of it is not mine. It's just I do know people who have properties. We have non-perishable items. We have survival items. We have the personal protective gear. You guys can always go there. And like I tell you all the time, you don't have to get it from me. Get it from me. Make sure you get it. This is very vital. I'm going to say essential. That's the word they like to use. Very essential these days and times that you have everything that you need. You have access to this stuff 24/7. Don't wait till something happened to go out. Oh, let me go get it. You might not be able to find it. You might not be able to get it. So you guys keep that in mind. And stay blessed and not stressed. And I'll be back with another one. And this time, hopefully, I won't be leaving you guys for such a long period of time. And you guys take care of yourselves. Really take care of yourselves. Take your vitamins. Work out. You can work out right in your house. You don't have to go to a gym. Try to eat healthy because we need our body more than ever now. We need our bodies and we need our minds to be sharp and to be strong. And if you'd like to send me something and help in regards to what I've gone through with my mom and still going through, and you can cash at me at the $ Zanharrow, ZANHARROLD. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Take care until next time.